Hey, what's up guys? Your average wargamer is back with another video of World of Warships, and today I'm going to be featuring one of my favorite battleship, the steel behemoth French battleship, the Bourgogne. There is a lot of videos, or there are a lot of videos that are surfacing on the YouTube about the Rhode Island. Well, the Bourgogne is a better Rhode Island, I feel, because it is so strong. And the guns, the dispersion is really spicy, and you will be able to clearly see that how I managed to hold this flank even with the submarine that could be so much problematic to deal with. And in this case, you can able to see, just like the Rhode Island, I also have really good speed, almost moving around 37 knots. And now there is a Bourgogne, the Vermont, that is basically getting spotted. And the Bourgogne, and the best thing about this, that it has 380mm guns, almost 5 kilometer fighting range, and having access to reload booster, and 12 guns, just like Rhode Island has. But dispersion is slightly bad. I mean Americans usually gets the dispersion upgrade. In this case, Bourgogne does not get, but when you have this reload booster and when you pop this, well, this will have help improve the reload time to really good levels. And obviously this speed boost that Bourgogne has, just like Rhode Island, helps so much in basically able to tank damage just by speed juking. And you can able to clearly see the shell's velocity and the speed of the shells is pretty damn good, even though I missed the Trump here since he was too far. The Bourgogne can do really well. In this case, obviously, the Napoli is sending torpedoes, or I'm not sure if these are the Napoli torps. It does not look like it, but they just ran out. And the Napoli was kind of broadsiding, and I'm kind of staying angled because obviously the Bourgogne armor is 32mm all over the place, so HE spam can be a bit rough. So keep that in mind. Rhode Island obviously suffers quite a bit more since it has bow and stern, which is 27mm. Well, the Bourgogne does still retain 32mm armor, which basically helps in tanking shells, those stray shells that usually battleships do a lot of damage with. Bourgogne will bounce simply because of 32mm armor, even though obviously the Yamato, the Shikishima, Incomparable, Satsuma, these are the ships that you cannot still able to do much because 32mm overmatch, so keep that in mind. Bourgogne has speed boost like Rhode Island. It also have reload booster that Rhode Island does not have, and the reload time of the Bourgogne is almost 24.5, as you can able to see, which is pretty damn spicy, and it works just fine. And in this case, obviously, you will able to see that I will do Citadel to Napoli. He is just playing a bit too rough, and obviously he cannot get away with this. So he died. They lost 2 ships, but the game still gonna be having a bit of issue. And in this case, I saw that Maximilian, he's basically trying to show broadside, but impressive thing is that Maximilian does beat juked in a carrier. That was basically very surprising to see. Usually carriers, when they turn out or they're just moving like this, they usually do not do these sort of things. I mean, even with the surface ships, I haven't seen these sort of things that carrier did. Props to him, he survived the salvos, so I switched to other targets. Now, as you can able to see, the D flank is sort of very vulnerable, and I am in this position because, well, I can able to shoot not only the A and C flank, but also I can also able to shoot on D, and D flank is basically compromised. And then you will be able to see that how Bourgogne is very strong if you manage to hold the flank well. The Vermont, pretty devastating salvo coming, and he did 17,000 damage. Was pretty much not expected of that salvo. So obviously Bourgogne takes massive damage. You got to be careful under these situations. The Vermont can be sometimes pretty terrifying, and here he did exactly that. On the other hand, Trump is basically reversing. I'm just trying to shoot him if I can able to do some damage, because this guy will absolutely going to haunt me later. But our submarine, on the other hand, I'm not sure what he's doing here. And then submarine surveillance happened, and the U-boat, which is basically around 12 kilometers, I just sent the depth charges. And depth charges, obviously the Bourgogne has is 11 kilometer, and then you will be able to see that I successfully managed to get a couple of splash damage, which is pretty good. Like almost did here 5,000 or like 4,500 damage, which basically helps in dealing with that submarine. That's pretty good. I'm in kiting position, in a running position, because I know that the destroyer and I mean our destroyer is dead. There is only a submarine which basically soon die. I don't think so he will survive at all, simply because there is another submarine that will surveillance radar him, or I mean those the submarine surveillance. So I'm not sure that he's gonna survive, but you can able to clearly see that the dispersion of the Bourgogne is pretty spicy. You can able to get good damage. Usually if you do that, it's pretty good, but Vermont now gets angled. And even though these are 380mm guns with good alpha damage, what I can basically do, I can absolutely switch to HE if I want to. In this case, I just use the reload booster because I saw that Napoli might broadside here. And by the way, that AP damage on angled Vermont, just hitting on superstructure, getting some good damage. But Napoli, he probably gonna get lucky here. Did get 14,000 damage, which is good, but again, no citadel means that yeah, it's sort of unlucky situation for me. But what I did, I basically managed to kite away. I don't want to take much more damage, since I know that once the Vermont and Trump started to push me, I will certainly going to die within no time. Obviously, that's one of the things that you have to be very careful, that Bourgogne can tank some damage while running away, but in pushing, Bourgogne will certainly going to have some difficult time. And in this case, I'm not sure. I remember that I have taken a massive salvo from Vermont. I don't know if it is that time, but he did almost 28,000 damage, which I'm not sure when he did, but he did that. I think this might be the time when he did this, because, well, Vermont just comes out of the middle of nowhere, and yeah, exactly, that's the damage he did here is pretty insane. He got beast as well, but yeah, you can able to see that my HP goes down super hard here. I didn't get citadel, it's just the pen damage that he did, and look at that damage. If you are not angled in Bourgogne, well, you're going to have really hard time. Here, the Trump gets pretty much annoying, sending his airstrikes, and then there is a Vermont that is shooting me. I mean, there's a whole lot of trouble going on. 1.9 million potential damage tanked already, and obviously with that, I have repair party readiness, get another heal, so I have to quickly get into heals because, well, it's absolutely a requirement right now.
Engine boost deactivated.
The heal cooldown time is really good because of this repair party readiness, and I absolutely need fast heals. And not only that, the Trump is constantly trying to farm me, and not only the Trump, the submarine also started to ping me. What could go wrong right now? So, whole lot of trouble. The submarine pinging here, and I mean he just double pinged me there, and I mean there's nothing I can do. So I'm just running away as fast as possible, trying to understand where he might be locating and maybe get a depth charge hit. So I hit him. Somehow I managed to hit him, and then I shoot HE. Maybe I might catch him with HE, but it didn't happen. Somehow,
Torpedoes astern.
well, you can able to see, thankfully the torpedoes run out. But still, Trump is constantly coming towards me, pushing me super hard. And I started to ask for the support because I'm just alone against destroyer and sub, and I cannot spot them while they spot me in return and farm me like that. So it's a bit of a bad situation, I would say, but somehow I will be able to manage this somehow, so you will find out how. Obviously the mistakes of the Trump and obviously the submarine, they will eventually die. And now you can able to see the HE damage of the Bourgogne. Did really good damage, almost 9k volley from those 7 shells. So these are very good in setting fires. And now you can able to see that the biggest problem, the Trump is sending torpedoes constantly out there. Thankfully they just run out. I mean I just also get another fire. Keep farming the Vermont and at the same time doing something for the team. Tanked quite a lot of damage, to be honest, 2.5 million. Healing back as much as I can, holding this flank as much as I can. You know, the annoying Trump is such a problem right now that I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. But I basically started to ping that I'm sure the Trump is basically here. And if our carrier managed to spot him, that would be so much good. And hopefully, and you will be able to see, the carrier somehow will be able to spot this guy since he is permanent spotted by Vermont. And finally, that Trump that is so much annoying, he will finally gonna get spotted by Trump. I'm trying to ping him to just look at these areas because I know the Trump is there. The Trump is there. So Trump basically gets spotted. I pop the reload booster, and then obviously he will definitely not gonna survive since he does not have that much good AA to deal with Malta planes. So I send the salvo again. Somehow the dispersion is a bit wonky, but well, the Malta may be able to kill him, or he will eventually going to die. Yeah, and then there's again submarine trying to ping me. Never mind, my secondaries killed him. Oh my God. I just didn't realize it. That's going to happen. Send the salvo, send the airstrikes to the submarine that is like super annoying, constantly pinging me here, trying to do some damage to that Vermont. He's burning down, and obviously the submarine pinging. Damage control the ping since it's a requirement, but I'm not sure if I can manage to dodge these torpedoes. Let's see if I can. Never mind, I just dodged them pretty good. The submarine is still out there. I'm not sure where he is. I'm just randomly sending the pings to him. So you can able to see that somehow I managed to do just fine in Bourgogne and did what I have to. Submarine obviously is so much annoying. We haven't able to kill him. Yeah, we haven't able to kill him, and we don't know his location yet. But at least the game is over, and we just got spotted. And I'm sure the submarine is somewhere here. I pinged him again, and exactly that's where he is. So I send a ping. I don't have the guns ready, so maybe I might get a shot on him, or maybe someone will be able to kill this guy. But eventually he will die because he just got spotted, and Vermont managed to kill this U-boat. Finally, submarine is dead. So the game is going to be over, and I will get into the results. You can clearly see that the Bourgogne has every tool to deal with. Like it's so good. Even the destroyer was annoying. I still managed to do pretty okay. 2.8 million potential damage tank, by the way, which is super impressive. So I will go into the results. The game is basically over, so I can just quickly go to the results here. Bourgogne is an amazing ship. If you haven't buy this ship for steel, I mean you are missing pretty strong ship out there. Victory, good credits, good free XP from just normal boosters, normal green boosters, 147k damage. Annoying submarine, annoying destroyer. I can't do much about it. Vermont is also, knocking me pretty hard out there. So there is also a carrier. Like these are probably Trump planes, so I'm not gonna complain about carrier. He didn't done anything to me. Some incapacitation, some kills, some floods, and that's about this game. Team score wise, 2.2k base XP. Our Z42 did a really good job, and on the other flank, I'm not sure what he did, but he did so well that he is definitely on the top. Second, I am in the second position. Did good. You can able to see if I did some damage to submarine and destroyer, well, I get rewarded in return as well. So that's pretty good. So I hope you like the Bourgogne gameplay. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you into the next one. Peace out.